Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream of Retro Game Tuesdays. Live stream a retro game every single Tuesday, and today we're going to be playing some Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Specifically, we're going to be playing some more Snake Tales, and today we're tackling the 5th mission, the final mission, and maybe we'll tackle also other stuff with whatever content is left in the game. As well, but most likely this will be the last session of me playing Metal Gear Solid 2 for a while, so I hope you all look forward to today's stream. Also, I'm gonna turn on VTube Studio, hold on. I hope you all look forward to today's stream, because if you are, and we'll get for more, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that we do in the future. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get things started. I'm actually also launching VTube Studio right now as alright. This. Okay. Alright. Alright, this will be quite interesting. Alright, let's just see here. Make sure everything is all set and ready to go. Okay, time to play some Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty today. Hope you all look forward to today's stream. Okay, make sure everything else is all set. Alright. First and foremost, what we're gonna do first, oh, a second controller is plugged in. Oh, let me guess. These guys just don't even want to stop. Yeah, just keep doing that, will ya? That'll be very appreciated. Notifications are turned off. You can't do shit. Anyways. We need to change the controller settings to fit, like, the second game's control scheme. Alright. You guys can't do shit. I know trolls are watching right now. You may as well just, like, leave your friend request on there, because guess what? It's less likely that I'm just gonna, like, pause the game for no reason just to accept requests, because guess what? I turn notifications off, you son of a bitches. You may as well leave them on there, because I ain't looking at them. I know that you can't do anything. But I'll look at it anyways. Let me guess, nothing? Nothing, of course. You can't do shit. Maybe I could try to block him. Well, that's worth a shot. But guess what? You can add me all you want, but guess what? Doesn't matter. Why? Because you can't see the notification. You ain't forcing me to exit. Let me check my event list, see who's watching. Maybe Trolls watching. No? View my participants list, I can figure out who is not chatting. All I see is me. Okay. Well, worth a shot. Anywho. Time to play some Metal Gear. Really? Why did my controller not just stop? Let me guess. Oh, this controller. That's what it was. I see. Hold on. I need to fix my controller, because my controller just wants to connect to the N64 controller. I didn't want it to connect to the N64 controller. I want to connect to this controller. Are you kidding me? Throw N64 controller out the window. Okay. Alright. Time to play some Snake Tales. Alright, so we have one more mission. It's called the External Gazer. I opened the door to struck B. I went on to the A and B connecting bridge. No enemy sighted. Otacon gave me instructions via codec. Listen carefully, Snake. I'll explain everything again. Our target this time is that mysterious identified monster that's got the whole world in an uproar. They call it the Gorlagon. What is he talking about? The only ones in an uproar are Otacon and Mei Ling. I bet they're the only ones using that nickname, too. That's what I was thinking, anyway. But I didn't say anything. Otacon continued. I think you already know this, but do not hurt the target. Take a picture of it before it has a chance to get away. You made it this far, so don't do anything stupid. My hands are tied. My hands are tied. Ridiculous or not, a mission is a mission. I made up my mind and began walking across the A and B connecting bridge. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. It's quiet. Too quiet. Door's locked. Oh no. I stared in stunned silence at the churning whirlpool. The sea has begun. The surface of the sea was beginning to rise. No question about it. Something huge was getting ready to make an appearance. A mysterious, ludicrous quest. My so-called monster search mission looked to be coming to an unexpected conclusion. How did I get involved in this ridiculous mission? It all began 3 days ago. I was testing Otacon's latest invention, the VR system, at the Lamprey hideout in New York. Flashback. Oh, VR mission. We've all bombs. Now we're playing a VR mission. Can you find 2 bombs? Where could they be? Oh, I hear it. Oh, I see it. I see it. There it is. Oh my god, bruh. Okay, that's 1 bomb done.
What was that just now?
Okay. Okay, 6 more minutes before the bomb goes off. This ain't gonna blow up, right? Okay, it ain't, thank God. There we go. Nice. There, Rasta. I have some questions for you, actually. It's about your friend. I have some questions for you. I don't know if your involvement with him is just like coincidental or not, but I have some questions to ask for you. Will disappear before my eyes as my senses return to my body. Realize that I wasn't actually on a bomb disposal mission on the tanker. I was sitting in a VR training seat. Pulled off the headset and Otacon turned to speak. That didn't look too good. What happened? I nodded reluctantly. Otacon asked me with pride. What do you think about my new VR system? Not bad. That's all? Unsatisfied, he cocked his head. I can't believe it. To tell you the truth, I didn't expect it to work so well. I know, the VR system incorporates something called the Kupalapon engine. I just got it the other day. The Kupalapon engine. Hearing the question, Otacon removed his glasses. A smile on his face. The Kupalapon engine is a quantum calculation system that's been getting a lot of attention. in certain quarters. Recently, you know about quantum computing, right? Began Otacon. He was on and on. Qubits, this and that. The Tensor product spat for the next 2 hours and 37 minutes. I regret my stupidity in having asked. In short, it allows the concentration of virtual reality environments containing a unprecedented amount of information. That information is converted into a signal and conveyed into your brain via the headset directly, synthesizing information for each of your senses while simultaneously cutting off feedback from your actual body. That way, it's possible to realize a virtual reality environment that is completely indistinguishable from the real world, down to light, sound, even your sense of smell and touch. I took a breather. I couldn't miss my opportunity. I see. I understand now, I said, trying to get up out of the seat. The Otacon stopped me. Wait a second. Let's try it again. The goal of the next scenario will be to eliminate the enemies and secure an escape path for the hostages on Big Shell. I guess Otacon just couldn't wait to try out his new toy. Reluctantly, I took the seat again. Otacon continued his briefing. Your mission is to eliminate all enemies within a certain period of time. Ready? Here we go. I put the headset back on and closed my eyes. A burst of light flashed from my eyelids. The next moment, I found myself surrounded by a world I could hardly believe was a mere construct. Let me save real quick. Okay, so we have another VR mission. Okay, take out all enemies and get to the goal. The enemy shotgun is powerful. Be very careful.
Who's there?
I wasn't expecting him to come from behind. Okay, I might want to approach them unstealthily then. Targets eliminated. Oh, get to the goal. Got it.
Great.
Very interesting VR missions we got here. Alright. VR simulation ended. The all-too-real virtual reality disappeared, and the senses returned to my body. I removed my headset. How was it? Asked Otacon. I told him what I noticed during the 2 trials. Well, it's well done, no question. But it feels kind of unnatural. Like something's wrong with my senses. Unnatural? In what way? It's tough to explain, but I feel like I'm possessing someone else's body. That's because of the pseudo signal filling your brain. Theoretically, it should be possible to replicate the exact same stimulus as from the sensory structures of your physical body. Midway through my discussion with Otacon, the door opened and strode Mei Ling. Hey, check this out. Mei Ling threw us a tabloid she brought with her. Ooh. A monster at Big Shell. Interesting news report. It was an article describing the appearance of some kind of huge creature near Big Shell. The title shouted, "A monster at Big Shell." Completely ridiculous. So what? I said without hesitation. Mei Ling blinked in surprise. So what? It's a monster. Snake. So what? Oh yeah, that's him. Okay, I hit the table. That's right! It's a monster! That picture has to be fake. It was the most normal opinion in the world, but you wouldn't have known by the way they glared at me. Finally, they simply decided to ignore me. It sounds incredible, doesn't it? Mei Ling, a monster in New York. It's amazing. I agree. It's amazing too. Amazing. So it's a big shell. I want to go and see it. Hey, Otacon, I have an idea. How about catching the monster? What do you say? Great idea. Let's get him. It'll be a real boon to biology. No, I take that back. To all of the sciences. That's right. Hey, do you think we get a lot of customers if we built a monster zoo? Of course. Judging by the dorsal, then I think the monster must have come from underwater. What do you think? Maybe. What about making stuffed animals of t-shirts? Not bad. But I can't help thinking that it might be a messenger from space, you know. Oh, totally. But we better register a trademark first. They excitedly kept on with what seemed to be total disjointed conversation. I couldn't believe they were actually considering it, but I had to ask, hey, I hope you're not serious about catching this thing. Otacon regarded me with utter shock. Wake up, Snake. We're talking about a monster here. Mei Ling kicked a chair. He's right. This is a monster. But Otacon leaned towards me. A monster of unknown origin has appeared. As a scientist, I can't simply ignore it. Do I have to remind you about philanthropy's financial situation? We don't even know if we have enough to cover our rent this month. Snapped Mei Ling, fire in her eyes. But what do you propose instead of catching it? Are you going to quietly let this opportunity slip by, you coward? But Otacon and Mei Ling kept up their simultaneously tried as I hesitated. We've got to do it. We've got to do it. At this point, there was nothing to say except, okay, this is the story. And so I came to Big Shell, and that was 3 hours ago. I do seem to start off with an M9. Hey there, Cage Daisy. Hope you're having a nice day today. I contacted Otacon via codec as I entered Stretch C. What's up, Snake? Found any clues? Asked Otacon. Negative, but I've seen some strange people wandering around. I told Otacon about the soldiers I've seen on the C&D connecting bridge. Otacon replied, I bet they're trying to get Golagon, just like we are. I don't think it has to be. He swore with confidence. Anyway, just move ahead without getting caught. Most of the sightings of Golagon have been southwest of the Big Shell. Head for the A and B connecting bridge. I come this far, so there was nothing to do but follow Otacon. I started moving towards the A and B connecting bridge. Still nothing? This guy to sleep. Alright. So let's see if there's anything underneath the tables. Like maybe some gadgets or something like that. There's definitely something down here. Ration. Nice. And I'm only have a radar, man. He's probably in the bathroom. Damn it.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Damn it.
Move.
How do I punch in this game?
Stop. Move.
long as I don't see the blood.
Clear!
Return to your positions. Increase security.
Damn, that sucked. I need to figure out how to play.
Reinforcements are on their way to Strut C. Intensify security measures.
I tried to, like, snap this guy's neck, but I couldn't. It wouldn't let me because I pressed the wrong button. Now I gotta play this safe. Oh, he woke this guy up. Alright, we may just want to just get out of here. Oh no. And 9 bullets. Just get me out of here. Although I may want to check the boys' bathroom to make sure there's not anything inside. Enter the boys' bathroom. I know you want to. Alright, well we got ourselves some chaff grenades, at least we got that. Oh, hello. Well, I don't have like a pistol. I have a camera. That was intense. Okay. As usual, we always check for, like, maybe a gun in this place. Because, like, usually check every corner and you'll probably find a gun. Oh. There's no one else in here, right? Oh, some stun grenades. And a room full of blood that's apparently permanent. It was used for an actual scene in the game. Alright. Anyway, that's the story. Here I am, forced to hunt down a monster. And it looks as though something's about to appear before my very eyes. At this point, there's nothing to do but get ready. I checked over the camera. I have no idea what I'm going to see, but I'm going to shoot first and ask questions later. Oh my! That sure is an interesting monster. Wait, how do I use this thing? Press Y for photos. A to zoom. B to zoom out. Come on, rays from the sky. Press this button to take pictures. Okay, I see. Come on, pop. Bro, I can't get a good picture. Awesome. Damn it! Press the wrong button again. Man, why is it... He likes to run away from me. Did I get it?
Good.
Good, got it. After I took a photo, I was attacked by an armed group. Damn it! How do I punch in this fucking game? How do I punch in this game? Bro, I don't have a gun. Else I can't punch because I don't know what button my punch button is. Bruh, I don't know what button is my punch button. Let me guess, do I have to take a picture of the monster again, or... Okay, no. Alright, what button's my punch button? Seriously, I'm pissed off. I have to fight him, dude. I'm unarmed. Bro, how do you fight these guys? I don't have a gun. I'm unarmed. The only thing I can do stuff with is stun grenades. Bro. You're the worst. Also, I meant to, like... Bruh, how? We have to fight these guys while unarmed? You're out of your mind. This was stupid. Oh! Galukovich. Get out of my way, screamed Olga. She wasn't armed. She didn't seem to be making a move to attack. I began talking to her as I holstered my gun. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Olga smiled as a little. Something about her smile wasn't right. She looked so different. She didn't carry the sense of darkness and tragedy I remember. In fact, she looked like a totally different woman. Don't get too friendly. I'm not the me that you know. And I don't know the me that you do know. What are you talking about? I'm looking for the key to get back to my universe. And that strange creature it doesn't belong in your universe. Neither do I. We're from a different place, and your universe is in for trouble. 2. If you just ignore things, I just couldn't wrap my brain around Olga's story. I was lost, grinding her teeth. Olga looked down to the surface of the sea. Damn, he's getting away. Listen, check the VR system. It's allowing you to peek into another universe. That's what's causing all this trouble, shouted Olga as she jumped from the connecting bridge. Wait! I leaned over the railing, but Olga had already disappeared into the sea. Olga's henchmen were jumping into the sea one after the other. I was left on a connecting bridge alone. I couldn't see Gulagon anymore. Then I showed him the picture I got. My photo of Gulagon sat on the table at the hideout. No sign today, I asked Mei Ling. No, looks like it hasn't shown up today either. It's been a week. No new sightings of Gurlagon. No one knew where he'd show up next. Maybe he'd never show up ever again. I believed Olga. It didn't seem like she was lying. And what's more, the existence of a ridiculous monster was proof in and of itself. There was no way something like that could live in our world. But it might be possible in another. Otacon brought up a theory about parallel universes. To do that, we need to talk about parallel universes. As usual, Otacon gave far more of an explanation than necessary. But in a nutshell, the idea was that rather than a single universe, there was countless universes existing in parallel. That meant the one universe might be exactly the same as mine, except the number of hairs on my head was off by 1. In another universe, civilization might have sprung from Paramecia. There could have been a universe full of monsters. Otacon thought these universes were supposedly were supposed to be mutually exclusive, but for some reason had begun randomly intersecting. That was how the Olga we knew became switched with an Olga from a parallel universe, and how that monster came to be in ours. And Otacon warned that the phenomenon seemed to be progressing as we spoke. But if his theory was correct, we were in for big trouble. For example, it was possible that in an hour, I might switch with another version of myself from a different universe. Otacon might have already been switched with a different Otacon. What would have happened to us if we switched to a universe, say, where the moon was about to collide with the Earth, or something? It was simply impossible to predict what might happen next. Fortunately, the moon hasn't smashed into us yet, or at least not in our universe. Of course, that didn't guarantee we'd be safe tomorrow. How's the analysis on the VR system coming? Otacon shook his head. It's not getting anything at all. Otacon looked sick when he heard Olga had said that the VR system was the root of the problem. He told me that the Capricorn engine, the heart of the new VR system, was a computational device designed by Dr. Capricorn. But the principles behind it remained unknown. He opened the housing, a literal black box, and found nothing inside except some mysterious circuits, clattering gears, and what appeared to be some iron spheres. But somehow it worked. That's probably why it was such a source of excitement for some people. The pseudoscience, I don't speak Spanish, dude. The pseudoscience aficionados had examined the thing, but the only conclusions thus far had centered around the possibility that it made use of components from UFOs or artifacts from a lost civilization, meaning nobody had figured out what made it tick. And what's more, nobody had ever seen this Dr. Capricorn himself or herself either. So what was the connection between the mysterious VR system and the collision of the parallel universes? Olga has said that the root of the problem was the VR systems peeking into other universes. But Mei Ling had her own theory. The Capricorn engine-based VR system wasn't simply constructing a virtual reality for its calculations, but managed to get around the wall separating the parallel universes, peering into parallel realities that satisfied certain requirements, and incorporating that information into the VR system's virtual reality construct. Perhaps that observation and interference was creating the disturbance in the parallel universes. But that wasn't all, said Mei Ling. Perhaps Olga was searching for the Gologon because it was the cause of the distortion among the parallel universes. The Gologon had become the fulcrum around which space had wrapped. And if that was true, there would be no way to stop the distortion without getting rid of the Gologon itself. And for that reason, we continued searching for the Gologon. We lost all trace of the monster, and hadn't made any further progress into analyzing the VR system. But the disturbance of the parallel universes might as well be continuing. It was possible that some of the universes might even be in peril, and it was equally possible that our universe could follow the same path moments later. We were completely frazzled. Suddenly, Mei Ling spoke. If killing Gulagon will make things right, there might be a way. What do you mean? What do you mean? Otacon raised his face, and Mei Ling began her explanation. If it's true that the VR system can interfere with other parallel universes, why not try killing Gulagon within the VR system? That could mean we're actually killing the original Gulagon, and the Gulagon in our universe could disappear. Isn't that just a little too extreme? Objected Otacon, to which Mei Ling shot back. We can't just sit back and stare at the photo. We got to do something. You agree with me, right, Snake? I'm not sure, I answered. Her logic seemed extreme, no matter how I looked at it. But at the same time, I had a feeling that I end up doing it anyway. Doing something for the sake of doing it wasn't the answer, but I hadn't to agree. We still hadn't come up with a solution to the problem. A few hours later, I squared off against Gulagon inside the VR system. Alright. So back into VR. So we're fighting Gulagon in VR. Ow. Run! It's Gulagon! What's the weak points? Does it even have a weak point? Okay, I see our weak point here. Damn. don't know how to take out this guy. I'm gonna restart. Okay, I found out the best way to take this guy out. Damn. Fire. There. Bro, I can't move. Bruh, this is stupid. was gonna run out of time, so... Bullshit. What the fuck is this hitbox? Reset, reset. Bro, what is this hitbox? Trying to get some ammo. I tried to do a dodge instead, because clearly running isn't working anymore. Oh my god, that hitbox is bullshit. Oh my god, you're bullshit. Okay, oh my god. May as well dodge roll. Fuck! Okay. You may as well run. I can't aim. Son of a bitch. son of a bitch. Take that, Gulagon! Gulagon defeated. We turned the VR system off, but somehow, I still wasn't convinced. I removed the headset and spoke to Otacon. So, do you think we really did it? Otacon shrugged. Looked like he felt the same way I did. Just then, Mei Ling said, "Of course, the mission has succeeded." I saw a wicked smile on her face. We just lost the only way to restore the parallel universe to normal. What did you say? I said, rising from my seat. Mei Ling responded. There's no question that the Gulagon was the singularity that represented that wrapped the parallel universes. But the only way to restore space as we know it was destroying the singularity. The solution was to captive the singularity. Perform the unitary conversion via the cupola Thorn engine, thereby disappearing the wave function to its state before coverage. Mei Ling continued, her voice full of satisfaction. Anyway, the disappearance of the singularity means the disappearance of the only method to restore space. 2. Who are you? Mei Ling sneered at Otacon's cry. To borrow Olga's words, I'm not the Mei Ling you know. But no hard feelings, okay? I was just following someone's orders to complete a certain objective. Someone? Who? I asked her back. My husband. Mei Ling replied sweetly. I believe he's called Solidus in your universe. Solidus? We screamed without thinking. Mei Ling slowly pointed at a wall and said, "Oh, speak of the devil." Just then the wall exploded. Debris poured from the gap. Dust enveloped the area, and Solidus Snake, clad in a powered suit, stood in the middle. Solidus said to Mei Ling, "Kept you waiting, huh? Honey." Mei Ling threw herself into Solidus's arms. I drove Solidus. I dove for Solidus. He fired a missile from his SIG hand. A dazzling flash, an explosion. I was thrown against the wall. I lost consciousness momentarily. By the time I managed to get to my feet, I saw Solidus cradling Mei Ling and escaping through the hole he just blown in the wall. In the end, I couldn't keep up with Solidus. Otacon and I discussed what to do next as we stood in our half-destroyed hideout. If they were telling the truth, We just lost the way to restore the balance of the parallel universe. But there still had to be something we could do. Finally, Otacon spoke. What about Olga? It wasn't a bad idea. The Olga we ran into at Big Shell seemed to have a good grasp of the situation. She might be able to come up with some kind of solution. There was just one problem. Where could she be? I told Otacon my concerns, and he nodded with confidence. I had no idea. So what's your skill? Asked Otacon. A beautiful black woman with a slender build was sitting in front of us. She was too cheerful. She laughed for too often. I've got, like, really good luck. Good luck. Is that a skill? You betcha. Somewhat dismissively, I watched Otacon continue questioning the applicant. Otacon had placed an ad entitled Wanted Gulugan Search Team Members in the city's main newspapers the other day. Let's catch the mysterious monster with our own hands. We have credible information about where the creature will appear. Experience A plus details to be discussed during an interview. Unbelievably, quite a few people had shown up. We've already met with more than 10 people, but there was still no sign of Olga. We'll contact you later. I really look forward to hearing from ya. The woman stood up, gave him a big smile, and left. I said to Otacon, you really think this is going to work? She has to be out on a lookout for information about Gulagon. She'll show up. But all we've gotten so far are weirdos. Like the old man whose skill was backflips and sliding. And yeah, he was funny. Hey, obviously Otacon was getting a kick out of the whole scene. Relax, let's wait a little bit longer. Next, yelled Otacon, the door opened. Lo and behold, in walked Olga. Back in the remains of our hideout, we explained the situation to Olga. After hearing our full account, Olga told us that there was still a way out. It's true that the Gulagon singularity might have been erased, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all the singularities in all of the parallel universes have been. A glimmer of hope flashed through Otacon's eyes. You mean there are other singularities? Most likely. But their forms and locations in the parallel universes are unknown. They won't be easy to find. We have some data about Gulugon. If we analyze its pattern, scan the vicinity of the strange attractor with VR, maybe we can... Otacon and Olga continued their technical discussion. The end result said Otacon was setting on a method to find the singularities of our other parallel universes by continuously and finally adjusting the wave function parameter of the VR system to mimic the unique patterns generated by a singularity. In other words, it looked like I have to make it through a series of VR constructs. Preparations were made faster than I expected. I returned to the seat of the VR system. Otacon said, I'll tell you as soon as I locate a singularity. Until then, I want you to continue clearing VR stages, but be careful. I don't think follow this will just take the thing down. You may run into traps. Stay alert. Otacon initialized the VR system. The virtual reality spread before my eyes. to save. VR mission, sneaking. Get to the goal without being discovered. Predicting enemy behavior and making use of infiltration is key. Well, that was absolute crap. And they have very good vision. Why do you do a somersault, you stupid snake? Very dangerous. Here has patterns. Of course there's gonna be a guard over there. What if I just knock the guard out? Will it defensively disqualify me? I'll just go forward. Yeah, I want him to go right now.
Somebody there.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Hardest part. Okay, I think I do see my route. can't figure out the best way to approach it. Okay, wait. Okay, made it. Locate any singularities? I asked Otacon. No, not yet, echoed Otacon's voice through the VR construct. Let me try a different setting. I'm getting ready. Hold on a minute. I was left alone in the virtual reality. You must have figured out how to find singularities in VR, Snake. But you won't find one, boomed a voice. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, it was Solidus. I called Otacon. Otacon, it's Solidus! I know. I detected him from my end. 2. He's hacking into the VR system. He hasn't gotten full control yet. Let's hurry into the next VR construct. Are you ready? The new VR space spread in front of my eyes. Throw out targets. Head to the goal. The orange targets will explode. Oh.
Great.
Nice. How are you doing, Otacon? I asked, empty air. Otacon's voice answered. I detected a likely pattern, but it's too far away. Change the setting of your variables and aim for a higher score. Let's try again. I slurred off. It looked like I had to get a higher score this time. VR simulation began again. Dang it. So... Bruh. Damn it! Snake moves like his drift. Oh my god, my right and left feel a bit stiff. That should do it.
Great.
Third place still? How can it get any faster? Damn it. How can I get even a higher score? Okay, that goes first. I'm definitely starting over. Do I need to hit the middle of the target for it to get a higher score? Snake, you move like a tank. I can't score any higher, dude. Unless it's talking about headshots. Damn it! Is that a bad thing? Oh my god. I can't get any higher. Also, you want that 500 points, you want to aim directly in the middle. But good luck doing that. For how do you do this any better? That's only assuming that time bonus also matters. How am I gonna score a 500 point at a target that moves? There we go. Okay, turns out I gotta be quicker and just like aim at fast succession. Okay, I got second place. Is that enough? How are you doing, Otacon? I asked at the air. Otacon's voice answered. We're getting a lot closer. I'll get ready for the next setting. As soon as I nodded, I heard Mei Ling's voice. They're doing a lot better than we expected, aren't they? Indeed. We better change our strategy. We're going to have to somehow block their singularity so they can't get any closer. Answered Saldus, disembodied voice. How about using them? It's too dangerous. Even if they did stop Snake, it'd be pointless if the world was destroyed in the process. True enough. Using them has to be our last resort. Everything is in your hands, honey. Their voices were a lot clearer than before. They were definitely getting closer. I yelled to Otacon, Otacon, it saw this. I know. Their intrusion is progressing. We have to find the singularity before they get full control. Let's go. Take out all enemies and get to the goal. Taking them out by jumping back from hanging. And also do it without getting caught. can't aim. Okay.
There's somebody there.
This guy saw me from a distance. Four shots. Oh my god.
Is there somebody there?
Hope I don't need a higher score. I got rank 3. Alcon, have you sighted a singularity? I asked from inside of VR. And picking up a reaction. Hurry to the next goal. Honey, Snake is... I heard Mei-Ling click her tongue. I heard it as if she was whispering to me. Solidus answered. I know. It may be time to use them. Get ready. Roger that. I heard Otacon's excited voice. Come in, Snake. Solidus has taken control of the VR system. We don't have much time. Let's begin. Okay. Here's the goal about being spotted by the enemy or surveillance camera. The mission will be terminated if you are discovered.
Somebody there.
Go to sleep! Oh my god! I shot you! Tried to shoot him in the leg and he didn't go to sleep. Brad, go to sleep, dude. think the camera would alert him as well. Turns out the camera can also alert when someone's not doing their job. So we gotta be extra careful on that. Go to sleep. Trying to alert this damn guy. There, made it.
Great.
There was nothing there. There was no light, no sound, no feeling of temperature, or even the height. Was this the similarity? I call Otacon, but it was Solidus who answered. You're in what's called, how can I put it? This is so you can understand it. A gap between parallel universes. Solidus. What are you trying to do? Why are you trying to destroy the universe? I screamed. Destroy? Don't be stupid. This is a correction. Back to how things should be. What do you mean? I don't know who created the Copperthorn engine. Or where, or when, or even why. But I guess is that it was designed as part of a grid computing system spread between the parallel universes. Grid computing? I've heard the term from Otacon. It was a technique for creating a networked supercomputer with massive computational abilities by connecting numerous servers. If one could be built spanning across countless parallel universes, it would be possible to obtain near limitless computing power. But when the universe spanning Copperthorn engine was applied to the VR system, it became a device for controlling possibility itself. Solidus continued. Controlling? That's correct. When a VR system's using a Copperthorn engine is instructed to build a virtual reality having a given set of conditions. It selects a group of universes having potential to satisfy those conditions from among a still indefinite number of parallel universes that still have wave functions that have not coverage it, then presents these as the VR construct. You see before you what you call VR training is nothing less than the external observation of and interference with that group of parallel universes. I recall the bizarre sensation of possessing another person's body when I was engineered in VR training. I suppose that was a sensation of interfering with another universe. Solidus' voice echoed. When you go through VR training, your actions within virtual reality are reflected in a set of corresponding universes. The resulting interference simultaneously acts as an observation with regards to a group of still indefinite parallel universes. Besides, The one that is receiving the interference, that means that the possibilities of the universe coverage on the conditions corresponding to the actions you took. For example, let's say you just killed an enemy soldier within the VR simulation. That means that the universe containing the killed soldiers were observed and made definite. In other words, universes where that soldier had not been killed lose their indefinite potential and are erased from existence. Solidus continued. The only universe permitted to exist in the end is the one that doesn't contradict the actions you took in the VR simulation. Do you realize what this means? When your game is over in the VR system and you try again, the potential of existence for that very universe is denied and eliminated as never having existed. That means that every single time you replay the game, an uncounted number of universes are destroyed. I was in total shock. The disturbance of the parallel universes you've seen is a distortion, generally generated by external interference. I suppose you could see it as the death crisis. Death cries of the universes that have been killed off. The singularities are a condensed form of that distortion. I had a flashback of Olga, the Gulagon, and Mei Ling. If this disturbance had really been caused by external interference, that means my own universe is receiving interference from VR systems in other universes. Oh, we're back. Of course, haven't you ever felt like your body wasn't your own? Like you took an unexpected action after the fact. Or you were able to do something you didn't think was possible. That's because of the interference of other universes. Perhaps the reason you were able to topple Shadow Moses is because of a helping hand from someone in another universe. Is he talking about me specifically? Because I'm controlling Snake? Because technically, I believe the game is just talking to me, the player, as I'm just controlling Snake. Perhaps the reason you were able to topple Shadow Moses is because of a helping hand from someone in another universe. Solidus laughed echoed through the space. Though my research into parallel universes, I learned that I was killed many times in different worlds. I decided to protect myself. I refuse to recognize any universe where I am killed, and that's why I've decided to make things right when the VR system. I interfere with other parallel universes using the VR system and control them such that I won't die there. I don't care how much of a disturbance I create or how many contradictory universes are eliminated. The only thing that's important is my survival period. That's crazy. Do you really have the right to criticize me? Haven't you refused to recognize your own failures within the VR simulation by retrying a level again? Solidus laughed at my lack of a comeback. This conversation is over. I won't give up the singularity, and I can't let you restore the universes that I have corrected. So I'd like you to stay here forever. He spat. You're going to regret forcing me to break the seal. They will be here soon. A loathsome unit, infamous in uncontainable universes, hated and feared by all. Their presence alone has the ability to destroy a world. They are children of darkness, on whom is focused the combined hate of the entire universe, the princess of hell, and the Prince of Chaos, allow me to introduce Rose and Jack. A dazzling light enveloped everything. Oh boy. Now we're getting to Raiden out of nowhere and Rosemary. Oh, okay, now we're transferring to a different story, okay. Now we're playing as Jack. Jack. Earth to Jack, Rose learned over the table. She cocked her head and looked into my eyes. What's wrong? He looked out of it. I gently stroked her hair, Rose's hair. I was enchanted by your eternal beauty. Very funny, Jack. Rose became as bashful as a little girl. I'm very serious. Rose touched my hand. Do you remember what day tomorrow is? What, March 21st? That's like 4 days ago. I was looking at my calendar. Yeah, of course. It's the luckiest day of my entire life. The day I met you. I said. Wrong. Really? Yep. Rose puffed out of her cheeks. I'm sorry. I think of how lucky I am to have met you every day. So I always think of the anniversary as being right around the corner. That doesn't exactly make sense. But I'm happy to hear it anyway, smiled Rose. By the way, your mission this time is to defuse all bombs. Good luck! My vision darkened. Just then, I thought I heard someone calling me from far away. For some reason, the voice seemed very familiar. Snake. That Solidus' trap. Wake up. So now we're playing as Raiden, pretty much.
Who's that? Enemy sight. Requesting backup unit.
How do I punch?
He's over there.
How do I punch? This game's stupid. Just kill me. Bruh, I can't punch. Dang it, Raiden.
Freeze!
There's probably a way in there, but I also worry that, like...
It's in. Everyone stay on guard.
Understood. Sending reinforcements to the first floor of the shell to exercise. Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Took me a little bit to find it.
Good work, Raiden.
Could have been better, but took a little bit longer than usual. I'm smack in the middle of the battleground on a mission. The roar of cannons and gunfire punctuate the darkness. Conditions are unbelievable. Harsh this time around. No one on the other side is without injury, and the bodies of the dead lie sprawled everywhere. It's hell on Earth. I instinctively duck, feeling a bullet cut through the air inches away. Just then, the codec rings. It's Rose. Do you want to, Jack? Do you want to, Jack? What? What happened to the mission? I'm in the middle of it. Oh, that's right. What is it? What is it? Rose hesitated for a moment before she spoke. Jack, I need to talk. Talk? Yes, it's very important. As we'll talk about it tomorrow. Why is she telling me now about something she wants to discuss tomorrow? Confused, I put the question to her. Why not now? Rose eagerly said. Alright, I'll tell you, Jack. I'm carrying... A heavy silence filled the air. Finally, Rose seemed to make up her mind. I think I'm gaining weight. I'm getting love handles. What should I do? What should you? I didn't notice at all. Really? But my old skirt is getting kind of tight on me. If it really bothers you that much, why don't you start working out? I'll even join you if you like. That's great. Hold on a second. That's weird. So I was just checking something. Something felt odd. That's weird. Anyways. Robot who, why don't you start working out and I'll even join you like. That's great. How about jogging? Oh, before I forget, your mission this time is to hold up all enemies and get to the goal. Good luck. My vision darkened just then. I thought I heard someone calling me from far away. For some reason, the voice seemed very familiar. Snake, get out of Solidus's trap. Okay. Hold up all enemies and get to the goal.
There's somebody there.
I'm supposed to kill them. Please fall. There's no way for them to fall. How do I restart the mission? I do this. That's how I'm gonna restart the stupid mission, because the game's stupid. Okay, so I was supposed to actually kill them, not put them to sleep. I see.
Who's there?
Frickin' hell. Yeah.
Freeze! There's somebody there. Freeze!
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Jack, you're great.
There we go. Okay, there we go, much better. If I were having dinner at a riverside restaurant, Rose was beautiful, this night as usual. A bit of wine had made her already cute, cheeks all rosy, just as the main dish was being served. The Colonel ran up to the table. Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday. Colonel, what's wrong? Were you abducted by aliens again? The Colonel became upset. Aliens, what the hell? There's no such thing as aliens. I highly disapprove. What is it then? Making a visible effort to calm himself, the Colonel began his story. Listen carefully. There's a barely field behind my house. Thursday night, I saw something, many things, flashing in there. When I was into the field the next morning, I discovered that the stalks of barley had all been flattened into huge circular patterns. They were very complex. What do you think? Huh? I was lost for words, but Rose answered on my behalf. You know, I think it's some kind of message. The Colonel said in a shaky voice. I thought so. I guess I need some scissors then. Anyway, your mission this time is to destroy all targets and head to the goal. Stay focused. My vision darkened. Just then, I heard a voice. I heard someone calling me from far away. For some reason, the voice seemed very familiar. Snake. You're caught in Solidus's trap. Get out of VR mode. Is he talking to me? Destroy all targets, head for the goal. Okay. Where's the last target? Oh, I see it. Quickly get up. Got it.
Good work, Wright.
That wasn't very good. Rose and I were taking a walk in the park early at one afternoon. The sunlight filtered down through the treetops. We walked to a pond and sat down on a bench. As I put my arm around Rose, somebody jumped out of the pond with an odd swirl. It was Vamp. Pulling out a knife, he threw it directly at us, protecting Rose with my body. I drew my gun and shot the knife. I continued firing. The bullet struck Vamp between the eyes, knocking him to the ground, but groaning slightly, he stood back up again. I heard Rose's trembling voice. I don't believe it. How? Licking a tickle of his blood with his long tongue, Vamp replied, I died once already. I can't die twice. Rose nodded. Well, I guess it can't be helped, then. Squealing again, Vamp lunged towards the pond. Lying directly on the pond's surface, he ran across while yelling, "Your mission this time is to take out all enemies and get to the goal. Go, now." My vision darkened. What about Vamp? Where is he going with that? I thought I heard someone calling me from far away, for some reason. The voice seemed very familiar. Snake, get out of VR. Turn it off. Exit.
Who's that? There's somebody there. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Bro, you cannot be serious. He auto-aimed at this guy. But where is the goal?
Return to your positions. Titan secure.
There we go.
Good work, Raiden.
Rose and I were watching a monster movie in her bedroom. Suddenly, the screen filled with static. Is it broken? When I got up from the bed, the static-filled television screen began to speak. Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here. The lolly lule low, said Rose. In shock, the lolly lule low continued. Raiden, you want to know who we are, don't you? I jumped from the bed in surprise. The lolly lule low let out something approximating a laugh. As you already know, we're not what you call human. But you know what? Toilets get all kinds of stains. Dry urine, yellow stains, water stains. They need constant cleaning. Do you agree? What are you talking about? Just then, I heard another voice from the radio. In spite of it being turned off, Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here. The ta-ti-tu-te-to. The ta-ti-tu-te-to. It's the ta-ti-tu-te-to. Oh no. Jack, it's the ta-ti-tu-te-to. Shrieked Rose. The ta-ti-tu-te-to said, we have some advice for you about the yellow stains. First lay some toilet paper over the stain, the sprinkle of detergent, let it sit for a few minutes, and then scrub hard with paper. What the? As soon as the words left my mouth, the answering machine began to speak. Oh no. What do we got now? The Iroha ni ho hey to. So many different phrases between the lolly lule low. First and foremost, the Iroha ni ho he to. I hope that doesn't correlate to a racial slur. Anyways. Oh no, Jack. What should we do? Rose held onto my arm. I heard as she trembled. The Iroha ni ho he to said, Make sure to pay attention to the rim inside the toilet. The urine sprays onto it. Balalo jumped in. Wear rubber gloves and use a sponge or a piece of cloth to rub the dirty spots. You can't reach with a brush. The Tatitute continued, it wouldn't be a bad idea to use an old toothbrush. The Iroha ni Ho Hei To spoke up. Don't forget to wipe the outside of the toilet or the floor either, if you leave any urine stains behind. Smells later. Oh my god, this is getting disgusting. I yelled a question. What in the hell does this have to do with who you are? Nothing. All of them yelled, or yelled back. I was floored. So what's your point then? The three of them answered at the same time. Our point is very simple. Balalo said, this time, your mission is, and Rose says, to get to the goal without being discovered. Good luck. What Rose? Bro, Brian, you need to get out right now. This is like an entire messed up simulation. It darkened just then. I thought I heard someone calling me from far away. For some reason, the voice seemed very familiar. Snake, get out of the VR. Turn it off. Exit. Just get out. Beware of a noise-making floor, wet floors. Who prefer these? Okay. Get to sleep. Okay, I think I know the best way to handle it. Wait, how did he not see me? We're gonna have to trick this guy. Okay, wait for him to go to sleep, watch. Fully asleep or not fully asleep, I don't know. Okay, yeah. No, noise is not gonna pass a sleeping guard. Trying to figure out the best way to approach this. Also, I believe I still have footprints on me. Made it.
Good work, right?
Okay. Jack. Earth to Jack, Rose learned over the table. She cocked her head and looked into my eyes. What's wrong? You looked out of it. Gently stroked Rose's hair. I was chanted by your... Why are we back in the beginning? Chanted by your eternal love. Very funny, Jack. Why are we back here? Rose touched my hand. Do you remember what day it is tomorrow? What? March 21st? Yeah, of course. Luckiest day of your entire life. Didn't we do this before? Rose puffed her cheek. I'm sorry. Lucky I am to have met you every day. I always think of the anniversary as being right around the corner. It doesn't exactly make sense, but I'm happy to hear it anyway. Smiled Rose. By the way, your mission is... Was darkened just then. I thought I heard something calling me from far away. For some reason, the voice seemed very familiar. Snake, get out of VR, turn it off, exit. Is he talking to me specifically? Am I supposed to just... like... because we're just playing this again. Okay, no, it's a different level. Because now we're in the tanker again. I'm sorry, what? The whole entire place exploded. Okay, I see where we are. Fuck.
There's somebody there. Requesting backup now.
You little prick.
Over there. Something over there.
How do I punch in this stupid game? And there's a guy camping in the hallway. Or how do I punch in this stupid game? Okay, this button, that's how we punch. Okay.
There's somebody there. Who's that? Enemy sight. Requesting backup.
And the hardest part, do I have a gun? Hold on, do I have a gun? I do. So I might have to just shoot him. Okay, for starters, we're gonna knock out. Fuck. Stop auto-talking on. Okay, so I think we need to go upstairs, right? Do they have 20 minutes to defuse all bombs? Okay, so... we actually need to go up. I see.
It's the enemy. I need help.
How do I punch in this fucking game?!
Outside staircase on deck B. Off the enemy retreat.
Bro, screw this fucking game. I can't kill people. It's ridiculous. Oh my god, what are you doing over here, you son of a bitch? Bro, I hate this game, dude. I can't punch. It's pissing me off.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
Like, I have 20 minutes to disarm 5 bombs. I'm pretty sure I have to do it all in one go.
Return to your positions. Stay sharp.
Okay, this game is ridiculous. Fusing some bombs. I can actually go outside. Why can I go outside? Is there, like, bombs out here, too? In this cold weather? I don't understand why I can go outside. Maybe there's like a weapon outside? I don't know. if there's a bomb outside, I'll know where it is. Oh my god, open the frickin' door. Okay. Okay, so maybe it's outside. Looks like it's reactivated. I'm not gonna do that. I think maybe it's outside. Maybe I need to look more outside. I have like 10 minutes to find that last bomb, and the only place I can think of is maybe in the front boat of the deck. Because the fact that I can actually do the outside area of the boat made me think that maybe the last bomb is on the nose of the boat. Just one bomb left. Okay, this is the only other place we haven't been to. Oh, hello. Ah, there you are. Mission accomplished.
Good work, Raiden.
That took a lot. I'm smack in the middle of the battleground on a mission. The roar of cannons, gunfire, punctuate. Bro, the dialogue's mostly the same, and now we're just playing more missions. gaining weight. I'm reading for all this because this is dialogue that we already read for the most part. For some reason, the voice seems very familiar. Snake, get out of VR, turn it off, exit. Bro, there's just so many maps. It's like, is there an actual proper way? Oh, you can restart. I'm thinking of saving and then pressing exit. Because like, oh, what if the actual solution is to exit?
Nothing here. There's somebody there.
Freeze! Freeze!
What's that?
Freeze!
Move!
Damn it! Trying to drop down and then free somebody.
Nothing here.
Freeze! Freeze!
Nothing here.
Freeze!
Move!
Freeze!
It's like laser tag in a way.
Why are you late with your status report? What's going on? Respond. Communications
Freeze!
ceased.
Nothing's being ceased.
Good work, Raiden.
I had to hurry. Same dialogue. About to save and then maybe actually exit. Maybe exiting is the actual answer. What if I exit? Will it actually fix it? I was enveloped in an overpoweringly bright light. The next moment, I was thrown into a huge space. Serious lit floor surface. I could hear Otacon's voice. Snake, are you okay? I shook my head to clear a mild headache. It felt like I'd been dreaming for a long time. I've completely retaken control of the VR system from Solidus, said Otacon excitedly. Good. That's good. So where's the singularity? I found it. It's there. You're in singularity. Now we can start returning the universe to normal. Just then, I felt something huge closing from the front. The Metal Gear Ray emerged from the darkness. Then a second one. Then more. Right after the others, Otacon screamed, "It's Solidus! The final attempt to stop us. I need a little more time to finish things on my end. Just hold on for a little bit." The Metal Gear Ray units closed in. I squared off against them. I have to fight until Otacon finishes his work. So it turns out the answer is to actually just quit. Because I feel like I was just playing VR missions non-stop. Now we're fighting Metal Gear Ray units. I want to restart, but I can't restart regularly. I gotta kill myself to restart. I don't remember how to do this. I don't remember how to do it. Damn it. How do you avoid that? No, seriously, how do you avoid that? Okay. Bro. Just kill me. This is hard. How do you avoid that shit? No, seriously, how do you avoid that? so many of them. But I think I got the hang of at least trying to take out them one by one. I got the hang of them at least. The only problem is that you're only given a certain number of rations to work with, so you gotta make do with it. So they always shoot in unison. Not that I only given 2 rations, so... Damn! You have 3 rations, really. Whoa, nice dodge. Damn it. Finally did it. When I came to, I once again found myself in what Solidus had called the gap between the parallel universes. I heard Otacon's happy voice from somewhere. Snake, we did it! Everything went perfectly on my end. Space has begun to repair itself. Exactly like it was before. I spoke to thin air. You should be pulled into our universe soon. But it looked like the repairs are occurring sequentially. It could be some time before everything goes back to normal. Snake! Echoed Solidus' angry voice. There was a flash of light, and when I opened my eyes, I found myself standing atop of a destroyed Federal Hall, along with Solidus. Solidus drew his sword, I said, "Just stop. It's over. The universe repairing itself." "No! It's not over. If I manage to kill you here, at least one universe where I survive will be made defiant." "Stop it. There has to be another way. I'm returning to my universe. I have no intention of infuriating with yours. There's no reason for us to fight." But Solidus merely laughed at my words, readying his swords. He fixed me with a piercing, menacing stare. "Enough talk. Fight me!" I don't even have a sword. How do I fight this guy without a sword?
Is that the best you can do?
How do I punch? I have no guns. All I have is just my fists. Damn! I was trying to get back up. Damn.
Let's go.
Ah!
Hey.
Damn!
What's wrong with you?
Gotta watch out. Okay, I see what I need to do. Lower him for attack. Oh my god, really? What button do I climb? I'm sorry. What the frick?
What's wrong with you? What?
Find an opening. Ah, damn it!
Is that the best you can do? Hey!
Damn!
Take this! Let's go. Die. Take this.
What button is punch again? I keep forgetting which button is punch. There. I keep forgetting which button was punch. Damn. Damn.
Is that the best you can do? wrong with you? Die!
A long and intense fist fight.
What's wrong with you? Die!
Fuck!
What are you doing?
Okay, I need to figure out how to climb. Bruh. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna fall off the ledge, I'm gonna figure out how to climb. This is bullshit. Okay, it's this button. Why was I struggling? I don't know. And how do I punch again? I forgot. I keep forgetting which button it is to climb, I keep forgetting which button it is to punch.
What's wrong with you?
Damn.
What's wrong with you?
I figured out the best way to start dodging. Just dodge by walking around. Not doing this fire attack anymore. Damn.
What's wrong with you? Is that the best you
Get off the ground!
Is that the best you can do?
Getting better at dodging him.
Let's go.
Are you kidding me? Think, why can't you just lock on like Link? Stare at your opponent in the eye.
What's wrong with you? Take this.
Now he's gone mad. This is only phase 1.
Take this. Take this. Hey.
Damn. Get off the ground! You idiot!
Take this over here. Take this.
Damn!
Is that the best you can do?
Bro, I'm so dead. I need to cure my bleeding.
Let's go.
I hate this guy.
What's wrong with you? Take this.
Let's go. Let's go.
I hate this guy.
Take this. Take this.
Oh, nice.
Take this. Let's go. Over here.
Take that, Solidus. All I had is keep my ground, keep recharging my HP as I bleed, and just keep punching him to death. That was tough, but it was quite endurance. Imagine having to do all that again if I died because I wasn't too focused. Solidus tumbled from the roof of Federal Hall. I threw my hand out for him, but caught nothing but air. Solidus' body fell in silence. I couldn't do anything but watch. The moment his body hit the ground, I was enveloped in a blindingly powerful light. When the light cleared, I found myself in the hideout. Otacon and Olga stood right in front of me. Otacon raised his hand. Hi, welcome back, Snake. Your return could mean that I'll be next to go, said Olga. We'll miss you. Olga smiled gently. I'll miss you too, but I have to go. There's somebody I want to see. Your kid? Olga looked at me in surprise. What? I don't have any children. Not yet. She lowered her eyes as if embarrassed and said, my husband is waiting for me. Husband? Otacon and I exclaimed in shock. That's right. In my universe, I quickly interrupted her. No, we'll probably be better off not knowing. Olga smiled broadly. A bright light enveloped her body, and she was gone. Otacon said sadly, she's gone. Yeah. But now I think of it, the snake standing in front of me seems different from the snake I know from my universe. It was just as Otacon said. In an uncontrollable number of parallel universes, there had to be some of that were incredibly similar. We hadn't felt anything out of the ordinary, but it was possible that the Otacon in front of me was a millimeter taller than the Otacon I knew. Or maybe he didn't like dogs. Perhaps his father was still alive. The memories we thought we shared might have been erased from existence, but there was no way to check for sure. As I stood engrossed in thought, Otacon extended an open palm. The snake in my universe owes me $100. Ignoring him, I said. The Otacon from my universe wouldn't be angry if I told him I accidentally broke one of his action figure toys. Otacon's eyes widened in shock. What? Which one did you break? I let out a laugh. Soon both of us were laughing. We realized something. We might not have the same shared memories, and perhaps we'd be going to different universes shortly. But one thing was clear. We were friends. The world was filled with bright light, and Otacon and I shook hands. When I came to, I was sitting in a chair in the hideout. I looked around the room. It was the same hideout as ever. There was no trace of the damage Solidus has caused. Had I returned to just before the whole incident ever happened, my path of vision crossed with Otacon, who was sitting across from me. Did we come back? Asked Otacon, judging from his tone of voice. It seemed he'd been through a similar experience to mine. There had to be an uncontainable number of universes where nearly the same thing had occurred. I didn't know if this Otacon had been in the same universe with me, and there was no way to check. But I didn't really care. The person sitting in front of me was Otacon. "It's all over," said Otacon. Stretching something occurred to me. As I said, "Are you sure?" "What do you mean?" "I just wonder if it's really over yet." I told Otacon about what I couldn't get out of my head. When I faced Solidus at the end, I really hadn't wanted to fight him. I did fight, and I killed him. It was as if I hadn't been in control of my own body. Solidus said the Capricorn engine and the VR system interfered with the parallel universes. But what if he was wrong? Or what if there was another device that allowed one to externally observe and interfere with a parallel universe? "You're thinking too much," Otacon said, laughing it off. And anyway, he leaned towards me. "Did you say you broke one of my action figures?" "No, I was just..." Suddenly the door opened, and in walked Mei Ling. She looked like nothing had happened to her at all. "Hey, check this out." Mei Ling threw us a tabloid she brought with her. Oh no, not this again. A monster at Big Shell. And that looks like a genome soldier.
The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century.
Okay.
Cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. It's yours to guard.
What is this remix? Okay, Colonel. But yeah, that was the overgazing, something like that. That was, I didn't think it would be a long thing, but what really was that, like, when we got to the Raiden bit, it was like, I didn't know what to do. We were doing random VR missions, and then I wasn't sure if, like, Snake's telling me to quit the exit VR or something like that. It's like a weird twist of events that, like, I'm trying to break the fourth wall. It's like he's telling me to exit simulation. Because all of this is just looping. Because when I realized that we started looping in conversation, is when I realized I think we're just in an endless loop of VR missions until I decide to quit. So, yeah. Not to mention, I don't mind doing these VR missions, but, man. Also, this took too long. But hey, I'm glad we did the last one. Dang. Alright, so we did it. We did every single Snake Tales, so yeah, that's that. I guess it's good that I did Mission 5 as last, because, little do I know it's gonna be worth doing a lot. I don't think we're gonna do the missions, but I think we already did a good majority of them already. I think we're ready to call it quits for tonight. Alright. I think we're ready to go ahead and call it quits for today and all that stuff. Are they still watching? Is the trolls still watching? Imagine they've been sending these all day. But they're just wasting their time. Anyways. Alright, let's get ready to wrap things up for tonight. I think we're pretty much done playing Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty for a while. I wanted to do the Snake Tales because these stories are quite interesting nonetheless. I also plan to play the third Metal Gear Solid game. Whether or not that I'll be playing a remaster or I'll be playing off of this or not is an entire thing altogether. I'm not sure. But if you're looking forward to me playing Metal Gear Solid 3, make sure to hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified for when we get to play that and all that stuff. It's been all fun and dandy and all that stuff, so yeah. Anyways, folks, hope you all enjoyed today's stream of Retro Gaming Tuesdays. If you all enjoyed today's stream and will look out for more, I also realized I was still in the Discord thing. Here, let me close that. If you wanna look out for more streams to do in the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to catch up on my schedule. I'll see you all tomorrow on YouTube. No, on Twitch for Zelda Wednesdays, and I'll see you guys on Thursday on YouTube for SmackDown Thursdays. As always, this is Mardiman641 signing out. Have yourself a fantastic night, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Good night, everyone.